When it's time to talk shit, panic, are you doing the intro? Like, how many times do you want to introduce this podcast?
Every time people must know who's doing this.
Okay. I'm gonna find a way to introduce us. That's cool. Eventually, it gets to that point. Yeah. But the thing about these type of things, they have to be organic. Like, that's why I said I don't want you to say it's your boy. Like that man Ratos that like, it's your boy Jason Jax. So
the ones in twos.
We are doing another episode. As usual, I have the student governing board. Rooks. What's up, my G?
What's up, my G?
You good?
Happy New Year.
And I got the ultimate fuckboy. Are you still a fuckboy?
Never been. Let me tell you about my story. I've never actually been a fuckboy, right?
Okay.
You thought I was.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? My name is JT. JT Mitolo, and I'm a DJ and I podcast too.
Yeah. Then we got Mr. Inferno himself. Autagati. Screw.
Skit. That's how you should introduce yourself. Skit. You have no idea what it means.
I told him to bring a nigga about that thing a laptop. Wait.
No, we should get there.
Skikala introduce a 9 to 5 rapper all day, every day. OFENTIC, Motown, Zuganata, Mufiso, Fa. Why does mine sound better?
No, you don't know I practice. Go.
I don't want to lie. I did this time.
Jub District 9, what? I think
Yes.
All right, today we're doing a whole lot of different videos.
Well, before we do a lot of things, you need to stop putting your fucking glass on the couch. I'm going to get you a coaster. You fucking up my furniture, bro. Coasters.
I didn't even know it's called a coaster. Like I was saying,
You're not in a relationship. Are you in a relationship?
No.
Yeah, I am. I'm married.
Yeah.
She's married.
Not in a relationship. I gotta go correct away now.
But you don't know what a coaster is?
I feel
like you guys take your relationships and marriage for granted, guys.
What?
Because I went to coaster.
In my house, we don't put shit on shit. I drink. When I'm drinking, I never put it down. Just keep drinking.
Like
you commit.
Yeah, coasters like this. You don't want to have to need it, but you want to have one when you need it.
Exactly.
So a trained man will hold his drink the whole time. Coaster guy didn't. Boy, you see, everybody had their drink on them. You put it on the fucking day. That's why you need a coaster.
In fact, I even have a whole coaster head friend. I've never used it. Never used it.
You want to say something?
You have to go about your marriages.
You should know these things.
No, you shouldn't. If you know a coaster, it means at some point you put your glass on the table.
On the damn thing.
Yeah. So now we are well trained. We never attempted.
A little man never drops
We held the glass. That when you hold the glass, nobody. Yo. How do you guys feel? How do you feel? 2021? And please don't start with the COVID. No. Let's act like COVID is gone. I'm tired of talking about COVID, Bafit. Yes. Like, Rooks, you think, like, how woke are you right now? If and I know I said we're not going to talk about COVID, but I want to find out something from each of you guys. And I like the fact that you have different perspectives. Ne?
Yeah.
Vaccine shows up. Are you on the queue for the vaccine? Or are you too woke?
I'm number one for the vaccine. You know, I think people are stupid, for lack of a better word. We put poisons in our body for recreation every day. Look at us now. We're drinking alcohol. This is poison. It's not poison. We eat fast food.
Yeah.
You know, we don't work out. We do all these things that are bad for our bodies, but here's something that will protect you from a virus that's, globally impacting the world. And you're like, nah. You know, I think that's stupid. So now the date comes, I'm signing up.
That's great.
You clearly have a different opinion.
I do too.
I'm taking
Okay.
shit. I'm gonna be behind him.
You.
But I would take it maybe because I mean, if there's a cure for AIDS,
Exactly.
I'll go in the line.
Exactly.
No. Okay.
I'll say no, never mind that. But I personally want this to end. If that vaccine is the answer, I don't want to be too woke. I don't want to be too stupid. I don't want to find out at the end of the day that what might happen to me.
Okay.
Take the vaccine. I don't know how weak my immune system is.
Exactly.
Though I survived.
Trust me, everybody knows. You are likely target. Maji, what are you doing? Queue or not?
I won't be first in the queue, I can tell you that. Okay. I'll let you go in the queue first. If you die, then A. But reality speaking is like, generally, I mean, diseases have been there for years. And you've never had like a cure so hastily, no, let's get that cure quickly. So there's a whole lot of tests that haven't been done, like the vaccine, so you don't even know the side effects already. You know what I mean? So if there's side effects, you don't know. You're going to find out, guy go bill. So I don't want to be first in the line, but if I see, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm being too woke. That's my thing. You know, I'm one of those woke guys, but I'm on some woke, let me just find out. You know what I mean? So I'm also woke but scientific too, you know? But I don't know, maybe there's something sinister in this whole thing in terms of economic, because, dude, this thing's got 90 or 98% recovery rate? 93, it stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Rooks, you got the numbers.
No.
Around there, it's 90 something people.
It's 90 something.
90 something. You know
I think
what I mean?
if it's dropped, it's because of these new variants that are coming up.
Yeah, but like,
So,
there's never been such a hoo-ha around the world about any other disease. You know, in terms of locking down spaces and that type of thing. You know, but like, why now?
But I think this is history. I don't think we've had a disease that's affecting the whole world at the same time ever before. I don't think so.
Fair.
Huh? You get that. So, and the reason why I think the vaccines have came up so quickly is because it's a global emergency. So
what's the downside of not having the normal processing time that you would get from a vaccine? I mean, normally you would get what?
No, it's fine. I think it's a conversation. It's a conversation.
I really want to goddamn know. What is the goddamn time?
No, normally it takes years. This is not natural. It normally takes years because there was not this much urgency before for other types of diseases. So this has affected globally, economy, people are dying at crazy rates. So it's all hands on deck. It's like, everybody, let's go.
You on queue.
Yeah.
You on queue. You want to see what happens to them.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think I have a choice. Yeah. Let me tell you why. I don't think any of us have a choice.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Because either the conspiracy theorist is right or the medical world is right.
Yeah.
If the medical world is right, you will be good, no more COVID. If the conspiracy theorist is right, because the thing about what the conspiracy, they don't tell you, they tell you don't take the vaccine, they don't give you an alternative.
Sure.
So if their theory is right, it means if you don't take the vaccine, go mining, they're going to put it in the medical. Number 10 will be COVID vaccination, right?
Sure.
If I don't do that, I lose my job.
Sure.
Do I want to lose my job? No. So I don't. Based off that, I don't think you have a choice. You are either doing it for your health or for your money, and I care about my money more than my health.
I think medical, what do you call this? The insurance, they're gonna incorporate.
Yeah.
So like,
you will not be able to do it.
Look, it's illegal right now to walk around without a mask. You know, it doesn't matter what you believe.
Yeah.
You know, so you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I think I agree with him. Like, even if I won't take it, what am I gonna do? Go. You know what I mean?
And I think one thing we also have to think about, this thing, it doesn't affect you. Sanahana about yourself for one. If you're gonna pick it up from us, you're gonna give it to your parents. If you take a vaccine, you're protecting your loved ones as well. Just think about it that way as well. It's not just about you.
And if you don't believe not taking a vaccine is an infection thing. Like I said, if you don't take a vaccine, you're gonna go broke. Your family's gonna starve. Like that's you know what I'm saying. Okay, but I just wanted to find out because I don't like the argument as a bias.
I'm still skeptical, nonetheless.
No, I don't want the vaccine. I just don't think I have a choice.
No,
And
true.
sometimes I like what you said about putting poisonous things in our body. Like we've done worse. Like if you because people say it's gonna control you. You know how much I want that? Like I want to be able to say they put a chip on me. That's why I didn't stop at the robot.
Blame it on them.
Okay. Otherwise, my faith too. Do you still believe that people should still be broke? Like
Yes.
You know why I'm asking that? Because I think after a very long time, we have a legit excuse to be broke. This January, people haven't
This
worked.
particular
You understand what I'm
January,
saying? This is the one January if you are broke.
Either way, let me tell you why. I feel like it's. I know myself. Me, I know. My name. I go crazy.
Yeah.
I go crazy. I'll
Sure.
buy a monkey if I had. You understand?
Sure.
Because December, each year it comes different. Because I want to experience different things on a different level. I want to do all the things that I wanted to do throughout the year in 10 days.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's normally how many days I have off December. That's my December 10 days.
Sure.
So I want to do everything. And everything that I do costs money.
Sure.
And, you know,
I don't know, but couldn't you plan for everything now?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, you can plan. You can plan. You can plan. I can't plan because we're different.
Sure.
Yeah.
You understand?
You can't plan or you don't want to plan.
I can't plan. That's how it is. I can't plan.
So are you saying you've lost the whole ability of learning how to plan?
I think so.
So this is you here. You're literally saying, no, you know what? When it comes for the rest of my life, I'm not going to be able to plan.
Yeah.
Like, you know, say whatever, doesn't matter.
Firstly, I don't like you asking questions.
I'm not asking a question. I'm asking a question.
No, you're responding.
It's a statement.
All
It's a
right.
statement.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
saying to you, you are literally saying I'm not gonna do crap about it. No, come on, man.
I'm okay. I'm not saying that I'm broke now.
Yeah.
I can live throughout December. Yes, I'm gonna have a couple of there are things that I'm not gonna be able to do. But I'm gonna live off the entire December in January. But all I'm saying, it's okay to be broke. It's okay to be broke in January.
For this specific January. Yeah.
Not for this specific January, but each and every January, it's okay to be broke. There's a whole lot. You got kids, right? You got kids. You got family to take care of. You got cousins that you go visit.
Yeah.
Also, they assume that you have money every time, right? They all assume that you have money when you go visit. That's why I like staying at home.
Yeah.
Because when you go visit, you meet up with your old friends and you're looking fresh because you have to look fresh all the time when you get there.
Do you have to?
You have to. You don't want to look like you're struggling. You don't want to look like your own struggle.
Why don't you just look like how you are? Like, I don't know, like how you.
Dog.
From
No.
January to November.
Yeah, like if you look,
You're
if you January to November, you are dressed in shorts. Like, hey, why not?
Exactly.
I don't know why you gotta.
That's not me.
Hold up. You said you have to
You have
drip.
to.
Okay, cool.
All the time.
You said this. And I like the fact that you responded the way you did to him because it means you are a real person. Because I would have been sad if the elimination of external validation contributes immensely in the attainment of happiness.
Bars.
What?
You said this on Facebook.
Jeez, brother. I
So-
didn't know you would actually go that deep.
When you said, "Do you have to?" though, I was like, "Okay." You know what I'm saying?
Jeez, like
what I'm saying.
when was that?
This is November.
I said that in November. No?
Yeah.
And
You said that on the 14th of November.
What did I say? Sounds smart though.
That's vast.
Elimination of external.
So it made me think about everything that you've been doing like throughout your life, and I realized you are one of those people. I feel like if social media was popping when you came up the way it's popping now,
Yeah.
Wait,
you would be.
let me understand. What do you do for a living?
What? Jeez, man, I do a lot of stuff. Number one, obviously career and everything. Like I work in the like mineral resource management type of industry. Um, and obviously I have a business. Inferno does a whole host of things. Like we do shades. Number one, we do your park stuff like temporary tattoos, anything. In fact, right now we just started with a whole lifeguarding type of thing. I don't know what you call it. Half the time I don't even know what I do, but I do everything that makes the income run.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I do.
Nice.
Okay, you as a black person,
Yeah.
right? How difficult is it for you to get into the stuff with the shades? Because I know it's not really an easy industry to get into.
Yeah.
How do you manage with that? How do you tap into that? How do you make them accept you as a black person that's trying to do Ray-Ban or whatever?
Yeah, that's a good
All right,
question
look,
because it's not a common business that black people
get-
go
you
into.
sell
So
t-shirts.
it's a good question. Yeah.
We sell t-shirts, we sell cabs.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You took a different route.
What if I told you that my biggest challenge was tapping into your black market? Black market, not black market, evil black market, but black market as in your glass.
Yeah.
Black customer.
That was my initially, not now, but initially that was my toughest thing, and I wanted it so much because I wanted to feel, you know what, I am hood, but I had like white people, majority, they were like supporting me like immensely. Well, obviously because I started in white environments in terms of like your Sun Cities, the type of stuff. That's where I started initially.
Okay.
So it was easy for them to like catch on, but dog, it's so difficult getting into that market, ya Botaki. Because Botaki, when they see me, they see themselves. And then they get to that thing, but why him? Why not me? You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
going to enrich him.
Exactly, But then eventually it started building up, and then people are starting to accept, you know what? This is us. It is not me. This is us. That's the movement, And people are getting enlightened. It's easier now. If I would have done this 10 years ago, I wouldn't even get anywhere with it. I would probably drop halfway because nobody recognized us as black people, we need to embrace our own. It was very difficult 10 years ago. OFENTIC. OFENTIC wa Mrebo. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like on some, no, this is hood shit. We got Batu, we got this, we got that, we got this. So we're embracing our own. If JT starts something, I'm like, you know what, that's my own. It's not JT. I don't give a fuck about JT.
Yeah.
Can I use the word fuck?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about
You can tell him. You can aim it to him specifically.
I don't give a fuck about JT.
Sure.
I don't give a fuck about Authentic.
Yeah.
You know what? But if it's Authentic, the black guy who's producing good music, I'll buy his shit. You know what I mean? Because now he's at that level.
Yeah.
That's.
But can I ask something? Did you do anything specific when in your business to get people to start supporting, black people to start supporting? Or do you think it took time for black people to evolve mentally and start supporting their own? What do you think?
I'll give you an example, right? My shades, right? They got this orange thing going on, blue thing going on, And somebody said to me when I started, like even I was skeptical and some, maybe,
Yeah.
But I realized, you know what, just change the whole narrative around it. So you know what, my shades are blue. Niggas don't wear blue shades.
Sure.
You know? Sure. But I was like, you know what, if I really, really need to get into the industry, I think you need to be able to write your own narrative. So that's the whole thing. You know what? I'm gonna change the script.
Sure.
You know, so you sell what works. You know, and it did work.
Sure.
You know, you see the hoodest nigga in the world. With the damane or rough bona, going to the capino, some A, with the orange shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to sell the narrative.
Yeah.
I had to believe it myself, but the hardest part was believing it myself.
Sure.
So you know what? Can you change your whole narrative? And I did that.
Got you.
That's deep. Yo, I want to ask you, like all of you guys, because when you started, you said, okay, mineral resources. That's, I'm assuming that's your 9 to 5. Well, I'm not assuming I know, but I gotta look like I don't know you. And everybody here has got a 9 to 5. So, that's, I want to ask that. That's my. Why do we feel like that's unfortunate? Like, why do we frown upon 9 to 5 so much when we basically everybody here was raised off a payslip, but we got to a point where I think we thought hustling meant not having a 9 to 5. Why? Where's the energy on 9 to 5s coming from? Like, you are a 9 to 5er, and I don't think the system's got you. No. I think the system is using you, and you are using the system back. Sure. You understand? So when in fact, let me not start with you. I want to start with him because he's always got some fuck shit to say. Where's the energy, the negative energy to what 9 to 5s?
I think fundamentally it's the routine.
Okay.
The routine. Waking up, doing the same thing every day. I know every day I wake up at 5, 7 o'clock I've got to be at work. 4 o'clock I knock off. I'm tired. I do that from Monday to Friday. I'm tired. I have to do other things that I personally love. Understand? And yes, 9 to 5 got my back. It does financially great. You know, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be miserable. You understand? Because I feel like a routine is not. I've been doing this for 5 years. 5 years. I've been working for 5 years, and it has always been the same routine, over and over again. Go to work, come back, and it depresses me because I want to do a whole lot more, but I don't have enough time. I feel like I don't have enough time to do what I want to do. So when it hits Friday, I say fuck everything. I'm tired.
Fuck, that's so wrong.
I know.
Not what you said. You made me realize something about people. Yeah. 9 to 5's got your back.
It does.
Right. Cool. But you want to do other things. Right? What if I told you at this moment in time, DJing has abused you more than your 9 to 5? Would you agree with that?
I'll disagree.
Because
I'll disagree.
okay. No, that's cool.
9 to 5 has bought me is money.
Cool. Stability. We need to link everything in your life to money.
By the way.
Remember? Right. So the reason why I said that's fucked up is because I realized we are the same way when it comes to relationships. You could have someone that gives you stability. You still want to do what you love, even if what you love hurts the fuck out of you. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Not mine.
Do you like? I feel like majority of human beings, we put the ability. We want to love so bad that we feel like if love is stable, it's wrong. Like you can love your job. That's the reason why I feel like we assume everybody hates their job.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
I don't hate my job.
Yeah.
I don't hate my job personally, because I decided to go into it. What I do believe, Nim, is that there's a trade-off between two things in the world, and that's money and time. That's why money is time.
Sure.
So when somebody hires you, right, they're saying, okay, grandpa, can I buy your time in exchange for money?
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And then when you become wealthy, what's the one thing you have?
Money, no time.
No, when you become wealthy enough, you have enough money to buy other people's time. Do you know what I mean? And then in exchange, what do you have if you give them money? They give you time. Therefore, you can do whatever the hell you want.
It's dope.
you know, and you're
That's
not
the boundary that I'm trying to
exactly,
break,
Yeah.
you know. So it's not even about hating your job.
It's
You know,
about-
it's about that trade-off. Everybody wants to have that trade-off to say, you know what, at least I have my time. You know, and when you manage your time at your own terms, it becomes even better when you're making money. So then, when you're running your 9 to 5, when you're running your 9 to 5, and then you enjoy it, great, you get the money and your time. It's you're the winner.
Sure.
If you're running your business, right, and you've got your own time and you get the money, you are the winner. So it's not really about that trade-off, you know. But if you can get both and you're happy, then you're the winner, you know. But for me personally, I feel like if I had gone into business at the rate that I'm doing right now 10 years ago, I would have been able to buy my time.
That's what I wanted to say. If I knew what I know now,
Sure.
you know, I would have excelled at some point.
Yeah.
You understand? And I wouldn't be feeling like I need to work.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I was young. I was naive. I was getting two gigs a month, and I felt like a real superstar. You understand?
You probably were.
But at some point, like everything in life, those 2 gigs were not enough. I needed more.
Yeah.
You understand? I needed more. Responsibilities got like bigger. You
Okay.
understand? And I won't say the whole DJing career abused me, because I'm still here.
Yeah.
I still DJ. And worst part is I do it for fun.
That's the winner.
Okay.
You bought your time.
All right, I do it for fun, and I know that I got my main chick, like he explained it. I got my main chick with stability.
I never said that shit.
And my side chick is there,
Mm.
is making me happy, and I do it for free.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I personally enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yes, I would love for you to give me money, a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
You understand? I want to gig every weekend, and it's not be easy.
But I think there's nothing wrong with being a Zoomer, you know?
A Zoom.
Honestly, yeah. A
What's a
Zoomer.
Zoomer?
What I mean is, you got your wife there, why don't you have another wife there, and then they can all be happy?
Yeah.
And
know what I
they
mean?
can all be wives.
You know.
Yeah, but,
I think.
look,
at
but
the-
what I'm saying is, I mean, look at Somizi, bruh.
Yeah.
You know, Somizi wakes up at 3 in the morning, walk on Metro FM. Live fresh, whatever. Those guys, those radio guys. That's a 9 to 5, technically. You know,
Yeah,
because
it is.
half of that money just wears spandex and he's just, you know what I mean? And then the next 5 hours, he's going to go idols and he's going to do what he needs to do. That man's about spa, you know?
Yeah.
Later's gonna babysit.
And then later
You know-
he's going to babysit. Either
no.
way, because finding a spa, you know what I mean? You
Wait,
do what you
I
got to
think
do.
at the end of the day, you should know yourself.
Yeah.
And 9 to 5 is not for everyone. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. You know.
Yeah.
So
You're
you
right.
should know where do you fall, where are you comfortable, and go in. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Someone's got to do that job. You get that? I think the entrepreneurship world for the longest time, they wanted this negative connotation around being a 9 to 5.
Yeah, they
You get
started.
that? They talk down on it, and then people started being afraid to do a 9 to 5 because I'm gonna look like I'm not my own boss.
You're not woke.
I'm not
It's
woke. You know?
romanticized. The romanticized a very crappy industry.
Exactly.
We just did like
Seriously, entrepreneurs will romanticize about, you know, I started off hustling in the streets, and
Yeah.
now look at me, all 9 to 5. Hey, Muna, boss, why you are going to
It's rough.
Don't even come here
It's
and tell
rough.
us. If somebody's happy that I hope this, dude, you know what? Be safe. I would advise anybody who's got a stable life and has got a nice job, paying and everything, you know, cool. Yeah, you won't have a legacy when you die off Onyela, but still, your
Yeah.
kids will be able to say,
And also, like, we also got to look at who fuels that entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurs are basically selling things to 9 to 5s.
Exactly. Who's supporting them?
Because if everybody was an entrepreneur, I don't see how that works. Maybe I don't know enough to make that conclusion. But
like everyone has a little business going. You have a business, right?
Yeah, I recently
Yeah,
started.
business, right?
Recently started.
I podcast
You have a
too.
business, right? Everyone is an entrepreneur of some sort, right? But what defines, according to you, what defines an entrepreneur?
No. what defines an entrepreneur, because I'm recently an entrepreneur, so I don't know much about that. But what I know is what defines an entrepreneur is anybody who sees an opportunity and exploits it to the last degree.
Mm-hmm.
See? So an opportunity is not defined to one thing, but everywhere that you see an opportunity, say, well, there's a need, right? And then there's a want, there's a service you can provide, you join the two. That's what an entrepreneur does. You know? The whole gut feeling in between and the whole gore and the bleeding in between, that's something else. But if you want to go for definition, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, makes sense.
So how would you guys like recently? And for me, like a lot of things, I always personalize my experiences, but like particularly with the spirit of entrepreneurship. I always personalize things. That's why I feel like a lot of people are full of shit. It's because like at some point I was begging for that type of unity. So I kind of feel like it happens after I don't want it anymore because I'm bitter. You understand? So like the reason why I asked you about your history, like, and I said if there was social media back in the day, you would be killing the fucking game right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like most people don't know that you were doing what we're trying to do easy. And you were not, I'm not saying the process of doing it easy, but you were not trying to say, look at me, I'm on TV. I did that when I got on TV. It's like, look at me, I'm on TV because I wanted people to understand that I'm this guy now. And take me serious when I'm saying let's build these bridges. Like I'm seeing now that we are trying to partner up. Is it too late? Or are we selfless enough to say it might be too late, but let's pass on the lessons and we might not get to eat from that?
We too
I don't think so.
We grow.
I don't think so. You know, I think the door isn't closed yet.
Okay.
You know, look, you're right. I mean, you know, back in the day, I used to do a whole lot of like ambassador of this, ambassador of that, and showing on industry. So he's right in terms of if I was on social media back then, my numbers would be skyrocket.
Sure.
You know, and I didn't think about it back then in this way that you're speaking about it. You know. But I don't think it's too late. The door hasn't closed yet.
Yeah.
The door just opened. I mean, how many local brands do you know? How many local brands?
There's I don't know, 3, 4.
Dude, how many international brands do you know?
Countless.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, but now we're exploiting the market that's available to us now.
Yeah.
But don't you think, me personally, I think I've experienced this, right? Yes, there's a whole lot of brands out there, like international brands. But coming from a small place like Mombasa, you have your t-shirt there, you have your t-shirt there, I have my t-shirt there, you have your t-shirt. At the end of the day, who are we going to sell everything to if we don't have that sort of unity, right?
True.
And right now, I'm old enough to understand that I need to put my ego aside, and if I need to work with you in order for me to make your thing work, and it's going to work for me too in the long run, let's make it happen.
Exactly.
Back in the day, for me, it was all about ego.
Yeah.
It's about OFENTIC. You're doing my shit is better than yours.
Focus on 5. I'm on 4.
You understand? Right now,
Sure.
that's
true.
going back to we're too grown.
Yeah.
I'm too grown to understand that I need to make this work. Regardless, I need to make it work. And I'm 28 years old, bro. 5 years ago, I was 23.
And let us fuck.
And I didn't understand better.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I want to pass it on to whoever comes after us.
You see yourself still eating from that, what you are passing on. Like, there's going to be a kid that's going to do t-shirts better than us.
Yeah.
They are. Frankly, they are.
Like,
The kids are the shit.
so are you at the point of I can transfer knowledge and not get back monetary value, or if you think you can still eat?
First and foremost, I want to eat first.
But you don't close the doors, right? You don't close the
I
doors.
struggled too hard. I mean, so much. I struggled so much, right? And I did struggle, selling whatever I need to sell, whenever I need to sell. These new kids come through with the whole social media, boom, they're blossoming up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what they do is they know how to be cool, but they don't know. They know how to sell, but they don't know how to retain.
I don't know, man. I think you're speaking from. Can I just go hard at you? You know what I mean?
Go in.
I don't like that kind of. I don't like that kind of thought process where somebody says, "I've been through a lot, therefore you must struggle too."
I'm not saying they should struggle. That's not what I'm saying.
They must appreciate what they get.
I'm saying that if they would ask for help, I'll help them. But I want to trade something because I've struggled. I need to get my like. I need to get something in return at the end of the day.
Fair.
Like, I'm not even gonna be nice about it.
Yeah.
You understand? You come through, you ask for my advice, I charge you whatever fee. Right? I charge you whatever fee, and then I'm not stingy with it.
True.
I'm gonna give it to you.
I don't know. I just think what's this big business like stocks, and what are these big Marion Roberts and all those things? Right? Imagine you want to go into construction, right? You don't know jack crap about building construction. Now you go and then you go to university, but you don't know how to do anything about anything. And then there's a tender tooling or whatever, there's a construction thing at tooling, and then somebody says to you, "Hey man, this business here, Marion Roberts, has been around for like 100 years, and then if you want to come in here, you gotta." It's so difficult to say, you know what, just give the knowledge, and then by virtue of giving the knowledge to somebody else, knowledge, what do you call it? Skills transfer.
Yeah.
You know, you will find yourself at another point where you'll be magnified and grow even further because you were able to put a ground floor. You know,
I agree.
Let's take it to rap. Let's take it to rap. Look at Eminem. Eminem, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre could have said, hey, first of all, Ngamla. And then I've been doing this thing for like since the 80s, bruh. Sure. You want to come in here, just walk right in and that. But instead, Dr. Dre's like, you know what? Come eat at my table, and then you will grow. And what happened to Dr. Dre?
He's a billionaire.
He was washed. Dr. Dre was already washed up. He was useless by then. You know, 10 years from now, whatever you're doing now, nobody will care about that. But it doesn't matter because you have somebody under you growing with you.
Yeah.
That's what I think. You know, but if you're going to be selfish about your knowledge base, you're going to be washed up.
I'm with you. There's a Chinese saying. I forgot the actual saying, but basically it says, the more you pour out of your cup, the more space you have to gain. You get that. So if you're gonna chill with your full cup, your experience and the tough times you went through and the hardship you went through, you're gonna stay there.
I can tell he's like, fuck y'all niggas.
You're gonna stay there, you know. So
I'm not saying that I'm gonna be stingy.
You don't lose anything by sharing.
Charge your ass.
If I have to pour you something, I'm gonna charge. But you go to varsity. You go there to obtain some knowledge or skill.
And they charge the hell out of
Pay
me.
for it.
Yeah.
Why can't I charge you for it? Why can't I? I've given out so many advices to so many kids. And I don't know if I'm not, I'm going to say it's a new word, I'm not authentic enough.
It's a word now.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
It doesn't go through their head. But yet, every time they fail, they come back and be like, yo, whatever. I met this other kid, this thing, like and then for some reason, I stopped.
Yeah.
And then started driving, and we were going to work. And he works at the same place. So he works, different department. So after my work, and then he's busy, he's asking me, yo, are you JT? I was like, yeah. Oh, what DJ? I'm like, yeah. He started asking me questions about OFENTIC, about Huge, about Buluna, and everyone else, you understand? And he said he wants to do events. He was asking for my advice.
Sure.
You know, all I could say for him, to him was, it's really difficult. Build your market. I can't go deeper than that.
Sure.
I can't go deep. If he's not paying me, I can't go deeper than that. And I told him, if you need help, call me.
Pay me.
Call me should automatically mean
pay me.
When it kind of feels like the willing buyer, willing seller thing with you.
Yeah,
like if how much is he buying
Do your thing,
from you, and can he afford to buy the knowledge? You need to
I feel like, yeah.
I think look at it this
I
way.
feel like any amount for me is okay.
Look at it this way as well.
Whoever you are that JT gave a lift to, give him $50, you good.
But let's try have a view at the bigger picture. Ne? Linda, I'm trying to practice this as well. Black people, ne? We've
Tim, you're so
struggled.
chilled. I'm sorry, but like, are you high?
He's high off that knowledge.
I'm high of life, man.
I can see.
Sure. So black people, we've struggled and still struggling, and we will still struggle for hundreds of more years. So I feel like if anyone, like my man said earlier, how can a crack in the door? Try to widen the crack for the next person. The same thing you're doing to your fellow black youth, that's what the white system is doing to you as well. How is it difficult to get into a certain market? Maybe it wasn't difficult for him specifically, but yeah, but it's difficult for a reason. There's a system these people put there for it. So if JT khona into the entertainment industry, for the black youth behind you, try and make it easier. Don't perpetuate the same system that's making it hard for you to get into.
You know what my problem
That's all
is?
I'm saying.
People don't appreciate. People don't appreciate. That's my biggest problem. And the only time they'll ever take you serious if that's when you start charging them. You understand? That's when I feel like they'll take you serious. That's when I feel like
That's a very fair argument.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not mad at that.
That's fair.
No,
not mad
I will
at that.
take that.
Yeah.
I'll swallow that pill because you know what I mean. If you're gonna buy something, if I said to you, "Hey, bro, here's a pair of shades," you're like, "Okay, great, whatever," you know. But you know what I mean? But I'm like, "Hey, yo, listen." If you say to me, "Hey, yo, listen, this costs how much?" You be like, "Hey, fold that thing properly and put it nicely."
Sure.
Value. Value.
Hey, Joe, I got some T-shirts that I got. With Love Life. You remember Love Life? I wipe my feet with those.
And they were free.
They were free. You understand? Because there's no value in that.
I get you.
You know.
Is there no value in them for... Okay, I'm trying to say this to you. When you are establishing value from scratch, I think that's when you wipe your feet with a T-shirt. When the value has already been established externally, you won't do that. Because if I give you a Gucci shirt, are you wiping your feet with it?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Ooh.
Because I want to flex here.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
You're not.
So
That's a very like, nice.
Yeah.
It's already been established. So you have already been established.
Okay.
Is that what you're getting
Yeah.
at?
Yeah.
What about JT is a brand. Everybody knows JT.
Sure.
Everyone knows JT.
It's not the fact that he's asking for advice from an older cat. It's because he's asking advice from JT.
JT.
Sure.
This is the JT
Sure.
you are speaking to. And JT is not going to come to a guy he knows for 350 and say, okay, let's have a front a while. If you want me to talk to you. No.
Sure.
This is the guy who's coming to you. I have nothing. This is JT. You know everything about what you need to know. You've gained the knowledge base in 10 years.
Sure.
And I'm asking you, JT, I give it 1, 2, 3. What do I do? No, I'm not asking you. I'm saying, JT, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from you, you know? And then you say to me, etc. 10 years. Or pay me. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not going to say. I'm going to give you the introduction to whatever you need to know.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Moving forward, we got to talk about something. man.
Nas said this, and I'm not sure if I'm phrasing the lyric right.
Yeah.
But he was like, when you are 3 years in the game, you know, we can have a conversation. 8 years in the game, I could take you on vacation. 10 years in the game, after I've enjoyed my fame, it's only then I let you pick my brain.
Ooh.
Nas said that on a song.
Yeah.
It's when I realized sometimes you take yourself for granted. You understand what I'm saying? Out of the spirit of let me build people. Some people are not ready to be built. It's like if you're trying to build a house for somebody and you tell them, Joe, I have the DNA and everything else. when I get by your spot, and then when you get there, it's like, and then you kind of feel like I could have done this for anybody else. There's a time we drove to Joburg because there was a gig, and with chats, and then we got there, and you took me with there because it was easy to say this dude raps with me because that's something you can break bread with niggas that are willing to eat. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't realize being selfish is a good thing when you are amongst peers that feel the same way, even if they're not peers. Like, because I think, like JT has always given me that type of juice of I don't like what you're doing anymore because he represents a part of the game I'm cool with. Like, I hate DJs now, but he's selfish. That makes him work.
Yeah.
People don't understand being selfish runs everything. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a balancing act.
Very balancing.
You know,
like you gotta straddle the lines. You know, somebody said to me, here's exactly where I'm coming. Somebody said to me, dude, you sell shades, and this was somebody who was very ridiculous. You know, I'm going to say exactly that. The statement was ridiculous. They haven't established anything whatsoever to say I've done this. You know, and he says to me, "Give me a pair of those shades for free, and I'll advertise them." I'm like,
who the fuck are you?
Wait, yeah.
That happens a lot to black entrepreneurs.
exactly. You know, it's like you come do a gig, I'll advertise you for free.
Exposure.
That's someone that's
Exposure. Yeah.
That's someone that. How do you establish Jorge? This person is getting, I'm going to say, an endorsement, and this person is not getting it. Like, what establishment? What do I have to do?
Influence.
To get some Inferno shades?
Very easy, actually. Very easy. Number one, I have to see potential of growth in you. You might not have established yourself already, but I can see, okay, there's a trajectory to say, you know what, this person is going to be, growing. And then if they're going to grow, I want to grow equivalent with them. I'm talking, example, him. You know, he's a rapper. You know,
You're getting shades.
you get no, he's not. But he's but he's getting. I'm
getting love.
You know, but I'm seeing, okay, here's OFENTIC, he's a brand, he's established his brand. Here's JT, he's a brand, he's established his brand, and there's a trajectory that's going on. You know, they can see vice versa too. There's a trend. Okay, this guy is moving. And I can recognize that in you. You don't have to be the next Jay-Z for me to see that. And then I can say, you know what, Joe, here's this, here's that, let's trade knowledge. Let's trade whatever. Number two, there's people who've already established themselves in the sphere. You know, we old, so we're new to this thing. You get guys who've got like. Are you above 20?
When you're saying old,
Are you Z generation or X generation?
You know, and you got people who got like 30,000 followers on Instagram. Hell, that's a market.
Sure.
And that's when I can say, because numbers don't lie. If you've got 30,000 followers on Instagram, then we're talking, you are starting to move. If you got 1.2 million people that's following you, hell, there must be something about you that says you're marketable. And that's how I see people that I can endorse.
You know, that kind of makes
you could
it.
have 20 people in your.
You know how I don't think a lot of people, because I think about these things when I'm chilling alone, and then I'm gonna want you to say something about it for a specific reason. You for a specific reason also. Got a lot of specifics, man. Have you guys realized that, particularly Lokomohas, everything is kind of dying? We've always had the next. Our next is not here anymore. And that shit is painful. Who is the next? Be it him, or me. Have you realized that our next is dying? Because at some point there was Lore. You were not panicking that Lore might run out of steam, because right behind him there was me. You know, we've always had that kind of pass the baton type of vibe.
I get it.
Chubby. What's his name?
So there's no one right now, according to you.
He'll tell you why it's not Chubby.
Okay.
I hope it is.
Travis is not focused. He thinks he thinks like him at some point when he was young.
Yeah.
He thinks the only thing that he needs to be is dope.
You can be
Yeah.
doing all you like, but if you don't work
So,
into it,
You understand?
Discipline.
So he's not.
Yeah.
I tried. He's not willing to put out the work. He's willing to rap to impress his friends.
And everybody
But he's
else for that,
young,
ma- and everybody
Everybody
else,
else.
yeah, because he's
That's
it's dope.
Yeah.
being
I love
young
that boy. I love that boy.
Is not an excuse. We have DJ Junior, Axe Junior.
Yeah.
He's 3 years old. He's
That's
already
where
trying
that's where mentorship comes in.
Management,
That's the
mentorship.
thing.
and that's only rap. I'm talking about at least with
Everything.
rap we have Chubby to talk about.
Yeah.
So that means he's not doing that bad. Who's the Chubby backers of DJing?
Yeah. Let's do it.
They don't understand that me just getting on 1-2, it means you can get on more. Like, but the crack thing we're talking about, how hard the opening the crack was. You understand what I'm saying? Once you do that and they blow it out the park, it's like now they're the superstars. It's the double HP Casper thing.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Casper is killing the game so much, it's hard to remember that double
Pila-
HP.
So
Yeah, but so now, and their instance is very easy because they were all on TV, everybody was watching. Now imagine the next guy that wants to do shades. You understand what I'm saying? He's gonna think, but when you didn't make it to the glass hub. They don't understand that if I didn't start shades, you wouldn't have the ability to think glass hub or whatever. What I'm saying, if he didn't start, people don't understand how hard it was for a hip hop guy to play.
yeah,
Komuri.
Yo,
yeah.
Can you imagine?
breaking that boundaries was
Baba
the most-
Fikile Maniga.
Oh my man,
But my man, I remember
Yo,
my
yo.
first gig, man. It was shorts and shades.
Yeah.
I was there with
I
my
remember that.
laptop, and then after it was, I was playing after the crew Skylife. I was playing after Skylife, and I'm there. I'm like, this is my first time. I'm nervous. I don't know how to do this, but I'm gonna do it. But there was plenty of visual DJ. I played. All right, and people were still skeptical about it.
Yeah.
Now I needed now to go in, go to the local places and explain to them what I do.
Sure.
But they need to listen to me first
Yeah.
before anything else. You understand? They need to listen to me, but they're not willing to give me a Friday or a Saturday. You know, I should come through during the week and
Establish yourself.
or else send a mixtape. I can download a mixtape from wherever and be like, change the name and be like, yeah, this is me. That's what they don't understand. That's why I always get pissed off when I need to go to play at a certain place or I want to play at a certain place. They ask me to send a mixtape. I'm not a rapper. I don't have to prove that I can rap. If I come through and say I DJ, right, you should listen to me. If I fumble, yes, you are gonna here and there suffer. You're gonna take L's here and there as an establishment.
Yeah.
But I'm the one that's gonna take the biggest L. Do you understand? I am because I'm there, and people are not.
Yeah, but why should we trust you because you say so?
Why should
I'm
we
gonna-
trust-
I'm
Listen,
not-
here,
I said I'm
listen,
running a
I'm
tavern.
here. I come through to you. Yo, I DJ.
Hey,
How many people come to you and tell you that they DJ or I design whatever? Take me serious until give me that platform. Let me fumble. If I fumble,
That's
let me fumble.
exactly what we're getting back to what we're speaking about. You giving people an opportunity. So you know what? I mean, I run a tavern, and here
Tricked you.
Opportunity.
there's 100 people.
Tricked
Talking
you.
about opportunity.
Tricked
I'm
you.
talking about advice.
Huh? No. Either way, what I'm saying is I'm running a tavern, and here, bro, I've been playing deep house since 1952.
And it works.
Has it
works.
come? It does not fail. Kwaito will never fail. Kwaito will never fail.
That's true.
And then boom, the nigga.
Nene.
Got it lost
So,
hard.
like in your words,
And I'm
what
gonna
up?
take your word for it.
In your words, it's same thing. Build your market. Come with 50 hip hop
But
guys.
where am I going to build a market?
That's what you
That's
are telling
exactly.
kids.
Dog.
That's what you're saying
That's
to
what
the
we
kids.
say.
We are saying that to the
Say
kids.
that like-
First and foremost, this is not about me. And I said it in the previous. the previous episode. If you want me, invite the students.
Okay, that's dope.
Maybe I
That's
think we're
dope.
just getting too carried away with this particular topic and we're enjoying it so much. We're forgetting.
Nah, no, we forget a lot of
I'm the
things.
one
Yeah.
who's invited here. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's why he keeps
But it is like I feel like we have a job to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, for the most part, it's people that are in the entertainment corner, or maybe it's because we are the most publicized on social media that feel like they need to like call each other on their bullshit. I've been called on my bullshit a lot of times.
You need to.
Yeah.
By the way.
I don't think for somebody like you, who the fuck is telling you like, yeah, you're not putting us on?
No one.
You understand what I'm saying? And because you are a free thinker, and it helps when you mentor the next fan. Fans need to be mentored. That's the wrong thing about our culture.
Hip hop
Fans-
culture, yeah.
Not even the hip hop culture, the supporting culture.
Yes.
Is that you have the main guy makes Inferno shades
Sure.
And
Right.
clothes, by the way.
and
Yes, yes.
and
Don't get
t-shirt,
lost, don't get
right?
lost.
He probably
Nice.
got with another businessman older than him to give advice. You understand? Nobody's making the fans need to be educated as well. Like nobody's transitioning the fan space to say, yo, it's gonna be a while. Because I hate the fact that why do we have so many things that were established back in the day that worked? And worked like McDonald's, Nike. These guys started somewhere, Adidas. Why? What did those people know that our current generation does not know?
They had information, they had money. We're talking about white people now. What McDonald's, Adidas.
Nope.
We're talking white people.
I hear you. I'm saying
Okay.
the people, let's say, even with white people are still failing to do that. That's not
Inventions,
to
bro.
beat McDonald's.
When was the last time you heard of an
Who beat
invention?
McDonald's?
Everything's done.
Nobody has.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying. It's because nobody's educating the fans.
Yeah.
You grow up quite a lot at McDonald's or at McDonald's, but nobody. The fact that nobody's beating McDonald's, Coca-Cola,
Those guys don't even have
and
to advertise.
some people will say no, it's because they have money. They're already established. They found people in the game too.
True.
Coca-Cola found people in the game.
Guys,
KFC, man.
They found people in the game.
you mentioning white companies.
They found white people in the game.
You mentioning white companies.
I mean, if he's talking
Rooks,
about white
are you here?
he's talking globally.
Global.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say. Here's the thing. So, McDonald's, you've seen the movie and the history, blah blah. They found people in the game. No, don't say white, black. Blah, blah. They found other white people selling burgers.
True.
Right?
True.
Why did they beat them and go on to dominate until us? Why are the new white people not starting a new McDonald's that beats McDonald's?
Okay.
Do you understand like how much
Keep
of
going. I
Wasn't it about
wanna hear your
capital?
point.
it's not so the money things out the way,
Okay.
right? We Ford,
Mhm.
you know, it's a lot of things we could do that with.
Yeah.
And it's because people share business advice. They don't share support
Yes,
advice.
JT, they share advice, JT.
Yeah, but business advice. So the reason why I'm talking to you is when you, for example,
Yeah.
I have made more money than Chubby Packers for a specific reason. My people that listen to my rap have 9-to-5s, bass band and blah 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 blah. But who is teaching Chubby Packers fans that this guy needs this type of love? That's what I'm saying.
But it's your truth. But anyway, good point. Yeah.
You understand? Like we are transitioning businessmen, but we're not transitioning support. Like, and by that I mean, does your kid want to wear Batu or Nike? As a parent, what in your household are you transitioning the fan? Because you were a fan of Nike because you didn't have something to put.
To compare it to.
You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Now you got Batu, you have a kid. Are you buying them Jordans? Yes. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
have a choice.
We are not
Yeah,
transitioning the fan. One time, my dad tells me about Stimela, told me about Stimela for the longest of times, and I listened. It's like, oh, this is, you know, if my kid grows up and I'm playing the baby and all of them, and are not playing Mike's local things. You understand? Transitioning the fan is important.
You say
You understand?
right.
Why all kids
Yes.
cannot love Barney, man. You can't grow up on Barney and your kids love Barney. Because Barney has a competition that is our own.
Sure.
So I feel like we need to. We need to, to transition the fan.
Yeah.
If we start transitioning the fan, it becomes easier. Everything is hard now because the fan has not transitioned.
Yeah.
The fan does not know they can still get my music on iTunes too. The fan does not know that this podcast is on Spotify.
Yeah.
You understand? Give a baba now. You think wait to talk about something very painful, and I can guarantee you, even the guy behind the camera knows about this.
Yeah.
And if I offend people, I don't intend to. I just want to show you how Tswana people have been thinking for a minute.
Yeah, everybody's had that.
You didn't grow up and know Ronald Changan. It's because your parents were talking about. My parents were like, you know what I'm saying? So they could transition
No, but they didn't call it that.
because of the Changa.
Hey, dog.
No, why are you laughing? No,
The fact that we're laughing, the fact that we're laughing.
That's what I'm saying. We've been put on. We've been put on. That's what I'm saying.
No, seriously, I always thought Hormachan do clap, and then my jaw is like, what?
They can dance.
Who is doing my grass? Guys, show my jaw is like, who is doing my grass?
You guys, this is so wrong.
It's not wrong.
We apologize. We are
He's saying how deep rooted that nonsense is.
Yeah, why are we not? If your folks can transition you into negative things.
Even referring to an Indian person
Magula.
as Magula.
What do you call Magula?
A lot of people don't know that's wrong. That's offensive.
I don't know.
Transition.
But you're not racist.
Yeah.
And you're not racist for thinking, generally, everybody else knew except us. I don't do grass.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But now that we know better, that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Lechangana is different languages for South African. Sometimes they have Shoma Josie.
Sure.
I want Jordans. No, you can't have Jordans. That's bad.
This drip. Yeah.
You did not decide you love Nike, Maji.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I didn't, because the streets made me love Nike.
The streets didn't decide.
They did, well, for me, they did.
No. I'm saying the people you
The
saw.
system is also taught.
So my thing is, we need
Already
to
Nike.
teach. In as much as you can teach, the advice you were giving to the event organizer, I think that was my point. The advice you give him, it's you taking care of your part in the cycle of life. I feel like if your fans are not doing the same thing to his fans, it's pointless. That was my point. We need to learn how to transition the
I
fan.
think before we offend more people,
We've done being offended.
we need
But-
to wrap this up.
And by the way, guys, if I have personally offended anybody, I meant it. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know the last shit ended the same way? I said that the last episode ended if we offended everybody, we mean it. But definitely, to Vukosi Chauke, I would like to say, I'm joking, my nigga. You know, I got you. Come on.
But as a disclaimer for future episodes, we have to have these uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
We're gonna offend people. We're gonna step on toes. So just know that for the future.
We mean well. We're
we are
trying to
learning
learn.
and unlearning. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh, like always, I do the outro, right?
Not like, oh, I don't know if it's an always
It's
thing.
gonna be an always thing, bro.
Okay.
Thank you for coming through, bro.
Hey, man, much
I
respect.
wish you the best for your future endeavors.
Yeah.
Also, it's cool.
Freaky Mayor, shout out to the Freaky Mayor community for teaching him endeavor.
All right, good luck with everything, man.
Thanks, man.
Definitely.
I hope you pass on that knowledge to other kids for free. How you make money.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. If you like or hate anything, comment. We don't care.
And subscribe. You guys subscribe to the hate. It's okay.
It's okay.
Whole haters
Thumbs
club.
down. It's cool. You listen. My name is JT Lutano. I podcast too.
And we out.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
That was nice.
man.
That was
Hey.
sick.
That was nice.
That was
Thanks.
sick.
Yo.
So like with dropping knowledge by.
Oh,
Maju?
Hey.
Yes, yes.
that was sick.
I actually kind of listened to
Like you dropped so much knowledge.
Yo.
Yo, thanks, my kids.
And
Again.
I was not as ignorant as I am always. You were like, I can go. Oh.